Hello, hello. Welcome to Coffee with Your Angels plus Journal with Me. I welcome you to grab your journal and get ready for some guidance. Today is Friday, January 24th, at the time I'm recording this message, but I do set the intention that these messages be meant for you anytime you come across them. So if you felt called to click on this video, there are messages for you. And what we're going to do is just talk a little bit about the energy of today. We're going to start with our journaling, and then we're definitely going to pull some angel cards and get some messages for you. Now, notice what pops up for you when you see these angel cards, and if anything really stands out to you about that card, that might be an extra custom message for you. And if you are able to join me here in the chat, I'd love to hear where you're tuning in from or how you're feeling today. And one of the things that we're going to start doing with these Journal With Me sessions is we're going to take note of how we're feeling before we start journaling and then notice how we feel after. I find that can be a very powerful gauge for figuring out what's going on for us and, kind of being self-aware in a way that is definitely can help you release things that are not working for you. So let's start with that, because we're going to do our routine record in here. And I'm going to talk about the energy a little bit. But first, just notice in your body how you feel. And I like to say, let's just use the scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you jumped out of bed feeling joyful and ready for the day, and 1 being, oh, I could really use some help from the angels raising my vibration. We've all been there. I want you to notice that. Where are you on the scale of 1 to 10? And then we're going to notice that again at the end of getting these angel messages. So I do think that's really valuable to do there. And grab your journal. We're going to start with the entry like we've been doing, where we go to the first part. This is my journal I use for pictures and stuff, so I'm going to move it. This is the journal I'm currently using. And I always go to the very first blank spot in my journal. And we write with the date, which is January 24th. In some ways, January felt like it was really, really moving slowly. And then in other ways, I'm going, wow, it's the 24th. You can hear I'm just waking up. Need a sip of my coffee. Cheers, everybody. If you have your favorite hot beverage, coffee or tea. Oh, there's a problem with the sound, Tammy? I'm glad you said something. Oh, goodness. All right. How about, is it better now? Let me double check what's going on here. I was kind of leaning away from the sound earlier. Can you hear me better now? That's interesting. Well, I wonder what's going on. Good morning, Margie. Can anybody hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. My mic is showing it's on and everything's working for me. Let me double check. Okay, I don't think is that working any better? That's my laptop mic, and I don't know what's going on. I'm going to switch back to my other good mic, but if anyone could let me know in the chat, I appreciate it. Okay, I'm back on my good mic. Did anything change with that? Goodness gracious. Why is this not working? It was working just fine a minute ago. Speaking of energies, Is that any better? All right. Well, I'm going to keep going until I hear from somebody in the chat. So yeah, we've got January 24th here. I guess I'll just go ahead and ask. Can you hear me now? So yeah, this is interesting. Okay, thank you. I wonder what was going on. I just, it was the old-fashioned turn it on and off again thing. I switched to the other mic and then back. I have no idea what was wrong. But I put January 24th in here, so we're starting. And then, as you know, I like to always write, thank you, God, for today. Thank you, Margie. So I write TGT, and then I write morning angels and guides, right? I always do that right there. And then we move over to our routine record, right? I've got that's my December one. I might have been leaning away from the microphone too much. That might have been what I was doing. Sorry about that, you guys. So this is my mood tracker for this month. And like I said, in some ways, January felt like it was going super slow. And in other ways, it's like, wow, February is next week. So going through my routine record here, I'm going to fill in my moods. Now, I like to use a mood tracker with colors, but you can always do what we did just now at the beginning and use a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, and you can just write the numbers in there. But I find the colors are kind of fun to use, but not everybody likes to carry their colors around with them. So let me look. Yesterday, I was having a super productive morning, and then I was having a really peaceful afternoon after getting some things done. So I'm going to go in here and fill in my AM and my PM from yesterday. AM being a productive mood and PM being a peaceful mood. Now, we've talked about this before. I just like to remind you that saying you are peaceful doesn't mean everything just went perfectly, but it did mean that you were at peace as you stayed in divine flow. So that's how I use that. Usually when I put joyful, that's a feeling of just feeling really amazing and like super happy about an outcome to something. So I do try to put that in there when I can. And then I'll check in with my exercise. I got my exercise done. I was in bed by 10. Thank goodness. Thank you for the likes, by the way. I appreciate it when you guys like and share this video. I did my PT exercises yesterday. I said my prayers and I took all my homeopathy remedies. So I got all that done yesterday. Yay. And how were y'all's dreams last night? Mine were pretty chaotic. So let's talk about the energy a little bit, because a lot of times we will pick up on the energy of the collective in dream time. So I want to point out a couple things coming up for us in the astrology. By the way, next week is a new moon. So I think for our, I think I'm going to do the new moon messages on Monday. So just keep an eye out for, I'll get it scheduled. And the actual new moon is on Wednesday, but I have Chris Reck from Minopontero coming back. And so we're going to do one of our super fun lives where we do all 12 signs. We're going to be talking about your purpose in 2025. So last month, if you missed it, we did relationships in 2025 for all 12 signs. And this month, we're going to do your purpose to kind of help you, if you're wondering about where to focus your energy or just to know you're in divine flow. So we often get those questions. Both of us said we get questions constantly about relationships and life purpose. So why not talk about that? So here we go. But we do have that new moon coming up. And as you see, I kind of put on the screen there for a minute. This is my calendar of astrology dates here. And tomorrow we have this amazing transit. It's Venus trine Mars. and it's happening at 22 degrees. So for those of you who are thinking about hanging out with some friends, going out and do something with family, this is a great energy tomorrow coming in. Today, there's not a whole lot going on. There's just going to be this energy of wanting to get some things done, but make sure you don't overdo it. Take time to daydream a little bit. And then on Sunday, we have the moon. Well, I will say this. Right now, the moon is in Sagittarius, which may be affecting your dreams. And so for me, my dreams are super vivid, but busy and a little, I would say probably a little stressful in the sense that they were moving quickly. All right. And so the moon will be in Sagittarius until Sunday around 7:42 a.m. I did think about maybe doing the new moon reading on Sunday so that I could have more time, but I just have to plan that out, and I'll try to get it posted when I'm doing it. But I did want to let you know that I will be doing the new moon angel messages, all 12 signs, and I will do it as part of this journal with me. So you can journal along. And then, like I said, Wednesday at my normal live time, 11 a.m. Central, Chris Reck from Minopon Tarot will join me. And that's going to be super fun because that's actually, this was not planned, but it's actually the new moon that morning. But I like to get the messages up early so you can plan what you want to journal about. And we will actually on Tuesday have Venus going into shadow because it will be going retrograde this year. Good morning, Sparkle and Grit. Good to see you. We were just going over a little bit of the energy, and then I'm going to pull some angel cards. And then, like I said, on the day that Chris Reck will be on my channel, Wednesday the 29th, we have the new moon at 6:35 a.m. And we also have Mercury conjunct Pluto. So interesting, amazing energy, the way that just landed for us to do those messages that day. All right. So let's start with their angel cards for today. Now we're going to do the spread I love doing every single morning, where we do recent past to affirm things. We do the present, and then we do the near future, which if you did the journal with me, if you were with me on my live on Wednesday, it was cool because I had pulled some cards that were past, present, future, like we always do that morning for myself. And I got the Ace of Wands, or Ace of Fire is in this deck, for my near future card. And then a few hours later on the live for the present position, I got the Ace of Wands. So it was really fun to see it actually play out with the cards. And it always does. If you use hindsight, you can always see the way the dots get connected there. So let's pull this first card for you guys. I don't know if I've showed you this on camera, but I do like to just, now that I use the same spread, I will just write 1 circle and then 2 circle, 3 circle. And I know already in my mind what they mean. But you can write past, present, near future if you want to, just so that when it's hindsight, you can come back and see, like, what was that card for? And then, of course, we'll be pulling the 2 action cards too. All righty. So the first card we have, this is representing our recent past. Oh, Margie says dreams are vivid and action-packed. Yeah, lots of action and just a little overtiring. So I didn't wake up as fresh as I wanted to this morning, but it's okay because it's Friday. So we're going to get some downtime this weekend. But this is the recent past card. We have the 5 of Air. And it says, an unwise choice, learn what you can from the situation, review everyone's motives. So this is in the recent past where it sounds like maybe there was some kind of disagreement or conflict with somebody, or maybe even something you were working on and it didn't really land the way you wanted. It could have been that there was a misunderstanding between you and someone else. I know for me, this was just kind of learning about someone in my family wanting to do something different for our future plans. Nothing big, but it was like, oh, wow, okay, I didn't know she was feeling that way. So we had to figure out, what are everyone's motives in this situation? And we're going to change our plans. We're going fix this so that everybody feels in alignment. And so I know what that means for me. Just put any notes you have in there about that. If you are just joining me, we were checking in with how we feel on a scale of 1 to 10 before these angel messages. So you may want to do that since we're only on the first card here. So I always write the actual card I get, and then I write, I'm going to write learn what you can for this card for me. Because it was a good learning moment. It's not a positive or negative thing. It's just acknowledging like this is something that you had to handle. Now this card is going to represent the present. We have the Knight of Air. Okay, so right now it says events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. Okay, and it says intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. So at the time you're hearing these messages, the energy is encouraging you to find creative solutions to anything that didn't quite go the way you wanted in the past. Nikki says 5 of Air, change of plans. Yes, exactly. And that's exactly what it was for me. It was a change of plans. And when I reviewed the motives of everybody and I learned what I could from it, it was actually a relief to change the plans. And then right now, it's a matter of finding creative solutions. What are some things that I could research today, learn about, and review all my options? So where did you just recently have a change of plans? And can you do some research today? Can you get creative? Can you talk to some people about how you can handle those change of plans? And again, creative solutions is always a positive thing to do, right? So let's keep going because we're going to have that near future card clarify this. And of course, then we will have the action cards there too to support us throughout the day. So the near future card, balance. We had this card last Saturday with the journal with me, and it says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for the perfect timing. Now, could that be more perfect when you've got this being a change of plans, review everybody's motives, and this card saying cooperation and compromise? This is where we're going to want to check in and just see what's really out of balance. Maybe we need to have some heart-to-heart conversations. And, whatever was going on with this change of plans probably was because there was something out of balance. And I always, whenever I see this card, I always, I will check in with how does my physical body feel? How is my emotional body feeling? How is my mental body feeling? Because sometimes we're pushing ourselves too hard to try to please others or try to meet a deadline. And with the energy being this card right here, this is a fast-paced energy, right? And so it could be that we need to slow down and take our time. And that's why the angels are saying, make sure you're balancing your approach to things, especially when you're finding creative solutions. You're looking for those win-win scenarios, right? All right, so we're going to check in and see what are the actions we're being asked to take from the angels. I forgot to write these in my journal while I was talking so much. So the second card was Knight of Air. And I'm just, that word speed, events that occur at great speed is popping out at me. So I'm going to write that. And then 3, balance. I like the wait for right timing. Because I do think a lot of times we feel rushed to make a decision or take action on things. And we often have more time than we are telling ourselves we have, or we have more time than someone else is telling us. That person who's telling you you've got to decide by tonight or we're going to lose this great deal that's this such and such is on sale, right? And it's like you really do. That's going back to reviewing everyone's motives. Are you really motivated to take action this quickly? Are you feeling resistance? So I think I've been sharing with you, I've been trying to plan a trip for this summer, and a couple of the locations I've researched, I'm feeling a little of resistance to going there for some reason, even though when I go online and research it, I think, oh, wow, this looks so pretty. I'm sure we would have so much fun there, and I'm sure we would. But when it comes down to trying to book a, Airbnb and really commit to it, it's not feeling right. So the angels always tell me to just wait for the right timing. So that's what it feels like for me. Now, the first action card we're getting for today is, oh, wow, another air card, the King of Air. It says, brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic, speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. That's exactly what I was just saying. This is supporting this card of of balance. Like I said, you bring in that scan of your body. Do I need to, like, where are my emotions right now? Am I feeling a little too excited about this opportunity, or am I feeling a little scared of this opportunity? Am I just really frazzled with all the things going on, and my mind is not seeing a clear solution? Or am I getting too anxious? And then, of course, the physical side of it. But the fact that the action card actually says mental and emotional, I have a feeling the real action that we're being asked to take right now is to make sure that with this really fast energy coming through, we are grounding ourselves and waiting for the right time before taking action. So act like the King of Air. The King of Air takes a professional, diplomatic, impartial approach to things. And this could mean getting professional advice. So I used this example the other day because this is the time of year where in the US, a lot of people are starting to work on their tax returns. Maybe it's time to go ahead and get an accountant to help you this year, or find some professional to help you with your budgeting, right? It could be something like that, who's going to be impartial about helping you handle any kind of tax planning or budgets and things like that. But it could also be, just like I said, the need to plan a trip. I need to probably reach out to a travel agent or go online and do research other options, and again wait for the right time before I'm hitting that buy button on an Airbnb or whatever, which actually I use a VRBO. So it's just, everybody says Airbnb, but I've always used VRBO. Okay, so this is a really important card to keep in mind throughout the day, especially with the way the energy is right now at the time you're hearing this message. So hopefully you can plan time later today to rest a little bit, because it sounds like we're starting off this day with a positive energy, but a very fast-paced energy. And here in the US, it's Friday morning. So usually things are starting to wind down towards the end of the week. People are kicking off a little early, but actually use this energy to your advantage. What you can do is you can use the old work hard, play hard balancing thing. Get something done today that'll make you feel productive, but also bring in that balance, and don't do anything that you're feeling rushed to do. I think that's really the guidance here. So let's get the final action card in. We have the Seven of Earth. Wow. Okay, so we were talking about the waiting for the right time. And oh, I'm sorry, Claire, is it glitchy again? Yes, people were saying my sound was glitchy earlier. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. This is odd that this is happening today. But I will try to stay closer to the mic too. I keep leaning away from the mic. This says, seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So this is supporting the balance card here, saying wait for the right time to act. It's also saying, be professional, be diplomatic. If somebody offers you something today, maybe it's a job opportunity, maybe it's an opportunity to go to an event, maybe it's an opportunity to get a deal on something. Be willing to ask for more time. Be a professional, diplomatic, and actually, people who aren't willing to respect our time in that way, that can definitely be a red flag, right? That's not very brilliant, partial, and diplomatic if they're not allowing you a little time. And I always, often there is a reason that's saying like, let me sleep on it, right? Because you can go get guidance in the dream realm as well. So this card talking about seeds well planted, unnecessary worry, pause in action is validating the fact that it's really important to bring balance in, have patience, whatever conflict or change of plans we had. Let's be diplomatic about it, and let's trust that we don't need to worry about it, but we do need to wait for the right time. So I think this is really, really positive, and I didn't even put that in my journal. I am so sorry if the sound is glitchy, you guys. I will try to figure that out as soon as we get off the air here. I have no idea what's going on, but might be my computer. Might be time to deal with that. So the fourth card we had was that King of Air. So make sure you're writing down that in your journal, so you have that gift of action and gift of hindsight. And I'm going to put diplomatic because that's the energy sticking out to me. Just being, compromising, being diplomatic, taking that professional approach. And then also these seeds well planted is really a positive energy coming through for the fifth card, Seven of Earth. So it's about patience, really, and trusting that everything will happen in divine timing. So I think this is really positive energy for today, especially going into tomorrow, where we have a really amazing transit happening with Venus and Mars trining each other. So is it tomorrow? Yeah, I flipped my calendar here. Tomorrow is Venus trine Mars, and it's going to happen in the afternoon. It's going to happen 5:53 p.m. Central, but we're close enough to that now. You may already start feeling that energy. And so remain in divine flow. And so let's use a pocket affirmation here. I easily wait for divine timing. I easily wait for divine timing. That's a great pocket affirmation here to use for today if somebody is really pushing you to make a decision and you're having to find a compromise. Hi, Christy. I'm sorry that was happening. Well, I will go ahead and sign off here, guys, and figure out what's going on with my sound. But thank you so much for being here, and I really think this is a great day. So I wish you an amazing day today, and I'll see you on the next journal with me, where we're going to be talking about this fantastic, beautiful new moon. This is a really, really good new moon coming up. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.